You want to watch this video till the very end, because by the end of this video, you would have learned another way to become the healthier version of yourself. So do well to watch this video, like, share, and comment. Healthy living goes beyond sipping a cup of herbal tea. Yes, herbal teas are important, but they are not enough. Your lifestyle, your diet, your mindset, your environment, and spirituality, they all play a key role in how healthy you become. And talking about spirituality, that is very key and important, because this life, everything we see is controlled by the spiritual. Life is very spiritual, and that's why I'm going to share with you a story from the scripture. I'm certain it's going to bless your life. So I am going to read from the book of Exodus, my big Bible. This was a gift. My inheritance from my late father. So I'm just going to read from here. Now, Exodus chapter 2 from verse 1. Now a man of the house of Levi married a Levite woman, and she became pregnant and gave birth to a son. When she saw that he was a fine child, she hid him for 3 months. But when she could hide him no longer, she got a papyrus basket for him and coated it with tar and pitch. Then she placed the child in it and put it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile. His sister stood at a distance to see what would happen to him. Then Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bath, and her attendants were walking along the river bank. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her slave girl to get it. She opened it and saw the baby. He was crying, and she felt sorry for him. This is one of the Hebrew babies, she said. Then his sister asked Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and get one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?" "Yes, go," she answered. And the girl went and got the baby's mother. Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this baby and nurse him for me, and I will pay you." When the child grew older, she took him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. So, Moses' mother, whose name was Jochebed, gave birth to this child at a time where Pharaoh had instructed every male Hebrew son be killed, and the females be spared. But she knew in her heart, this child is a fine child. The Bible said she looked upon the child and then realized this child is a fine child, and decided she was not going to let this child die. She tried all within her means, but if you're used to babies, you know the older they become, it's very difficult to keep them in a place. And she knew it was very dangerous to keep this child. She decided to let go. And it was at the point of letting go, she let God. I would call that divine intervention. And this takes me back to our lives, our health journey, and many things that happens. There has to come a time in your life where you realize you've helped yourself enough, you've done enough, you've done all you could, you've tried, you've fallen, you stood again, and then you fell again, you keep falling. You have to realize at that point you need a divine intervention. You can't keep going round the same circle over and over again. And she realized at this point, she didn't want the child to die. But at the same time, she realized she was not enough. She could no longer help this child, and she let go. The later verse made us realize God used Moses to save the Israelites. All along, God had planned this journey. She could have said, "I'm just going to keep trying until she gets caught." But she had to realize it's time to let go. Now I'm going to say this about your health journey. You've tried so many things. You've tried your best. It's time to just hand it over to God and watch him do what he does best. Fix things and get me right. This is not telling you to neglect a healthy habit, like you just throw everything inside your mouth. You do everything. This is not me saying that, but this is me saying you need to seek a higher authority. You need to seek a higher power, because there's a God that sits in heaven, yet he rules in the affairs of men. So it's time to take all of your life's trouble. Just let it go and give it to God. Let it go and let God. Why am I sharing all of this with you? It is because there comes a time in everyone's life when you realize you've reached the end of yourself. You've helped yourself enough. But it's like you keep failing at it. You rise, you fall, you keep going through the same circle. I want to tell you today, you have to do the same thing Jochebed did. She let go and let God. And God did what he specializes in doing. Because there is a God who sits in heaven, yet he rules in the affairs of men. So what is that thing you're going through? Is it your health? Is it your... whatever it is, I don't even know. It's time to let go and let God and watch him do what he knows how to do best. To turn dead situations around. If you see yourself in this story I have shared from the Bible, it is time for you to be honest with yourself and just tell it to God. God, I have reached the end of myself. I let go and I let you. You know the end from the very beginning. Intervene in my life's journey and help me. And watch him do what he knows how to do best. And most importantly, don't you dare forget you are loved, favored, and cherished by God. And until next time, it is bye-bye.